Hey guys, welcome back to Wonder Dads Gaming. We're currently under qualifying conditions for Texas Motor Speedway. We're in the Xfinity cars this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome back to the channel. And it's going to be an exciting race here tonight at a 1.5 mile track. Man, I am dying to be out there racing with these guys once again. But it's going to be a fun race. I love these 1.5 mile tracks. So there you have Mike Whiting. He is on the top of the leaderboard for qualifying right now. Actually, Matthew Heel, as we just spoke, just took over that top spot. And there he is in the number 53 car. He took over the top spot for qualifying with a 29.78. He is at the top of the leaderboard. Mike Whiting right now is second place. We also have Brandon Feather, who is currently third. We also got, looks like Marty Calvert just finished his qualifying run. Right now he's fourth fastest in practice. Greg Stone out there as well. He currently put down a time of, looks like 30.02. Sorry guys, that's for qualifying. Mark Ward out there also qualifying right now in the number 10 car. Good looking car by Mark Ward. But we're just currently waiting for qualifying to wrap up, and then we'll go ahead and get started here. So just hang tight while we wait for qualifying to finish up, and we will watch Mark Ward put down his qualifying lap. Let's see who else is out there. William Caron, the second, is also out there in the number 81 Chevrolet Camaro. We'll go ahead and take a look at his qualifying lap. I'm going to go ahead and share the stream for you guys and get that all wrapped up before we get started here. Thank you so much for tuning in here. We've been off for a couple weeks, it seems like. Last week I missed it. I was out of town, so I wasn't able to broadcast the race, so I apologize for that. But tonight's going to be a lot of fun. Good to be back. And then we did have an off week recently, so it's been a while since we actually been on here. Alrighty, it looks like qualifying. Everybody is off track. We got a Ted Lee out there putting down his qualifying lap in the number 23 car. Alrighty, guys, that is it for qualifying. It is all wrapped up, and Matthew Heel has taken that first place position for tonight's race. So congratulations to Matthew Heel qualifying on the pole. We'll go ahead and pull him up here in just a moment. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting grid. And give me just 1 second here, guys. Alrighty, so drivers are pulling out on the track, getting ready to qualify here. Mike Whiting almost had that top spot here tonight. Matthew Heel just inched him out at the last second and took away that qualifying spot. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in here. This is not Bristol. This is Texas Motor Speedway. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And we're going to go ahead and have a fun race here at this 1.5 mile track. Right now, Matthew Heel starting on the pole. Mike Whiting is starting P2. And we'll go ahead and pull up that grid. Here we go, guys. Sorry about that. A little bit behind here. Matthew Heel on the pole. Mike Whiting starting second. Brandon Feather will be starting third. William Caron the second will be starting fourth. Marty Calvert will be starting fifth. Greg Stone will be starting sixth. Zachary Ward will be starting seventh. Wes Gallo will be starting eighth. Elliott Swope will be starting ninth. Steve Mormon will be starting 10th. And then Marshall Dugan will be starting 11th. Craig Bridge Jr. will be starting 12th. Starting in the 13th place position is Philip Beaver and the number 60. Starting 14th is Mark Ward and the number 10. Starting 15th, Kane Vandemark. Good to have you back out there with us, Kane. Starting 16th is Derek Moore. Starting 17th is David Watts. Starting P18 is Jeff Laraway. Starting 19th is Max Troen. Starting P20 is Eric Olson. Starting 21st is Corey Goodall. Starting 22nd is Ted Lee. And starting 23rd is Brian Swope.
All starts are on green. Leader gets choice of inside or outside line on restart.
Give me just a moment, guys. I need to mute my chat here real quick, so give me just 1 second.
Black flags will be cleared on a case-by-case basis. Just pop in the chat and
Alrighty, there we go. Alrighty, thank you guys for tuning in. Let's go ahead and pull up Matthew Heel. Is he in our chat? Let's see if I can pull him up. Hey Matt, just want to give you a quick shout out. Say congratulations for starting on the pole for tonight's race. I know we're getting started here, but congratulations, man.
Thank you, sir. Hopefully my mic is working properly. I didn't check my settings. I know sometimes my hardware likes to change sources, but it's a fun field. I had a great time in practice and put it on the pole, and hopefully we can continue this momentum for the rest of the race.
Green flag.
Awesome, sounds good, buddy. Green flag in the air. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
Alrighty, guys, that's Matthew Heel starting on the pole tonight's race at Texas Motor Speedway. Green flag in the air. This is lap number 1 as you watch their cars make their way around the track tonight at this 1.5-mile track. And it's going to be an exciting race. Pretty good turnout here tonight. We got 23 cars out there on track. And looks like Brandon Fiedler's got a brand new paint scheme. We're going to go ahead and show that off here in just a moment. But Matthew Heel takes lap number 1 here at Texas Motor Speedway. All right, there's Brandon Fiedler rocking a brand new paint scheme out there in that number 39 Toyota Supra. Almost called it a Camry there. Forgot this is the Xfinity Series here tonight. We've been going back and forth from trucks to Cup Series to the Xfinity Series, and tonight we're back in the Xfinity cars. Zachary Ward right there in the P3 position, that number 5 car. Also rocking a brand new paint scheme tonight. Back in the P4 position is William Carr in the 2nd and the number 81. And Mike Whiting, who has fell back a couple spots from starting up in P2, he is right now in the top 5 in that number 22 car. And then right behind Mike Whiting, you have Greg Stone, who is in P6 in the number 3 Chevrolet Camaro. Alrighty, guys, if you are watching tonight's broadcast, let us know who you're rooting for in the chat, and we will try and interview them as this race goes on. I like to try and give everybody a little bit of a shout-out as excuse me. I like to give everybody a little shout-out and some TV time as much as I can, give everybody a little time to show their cars off. So let us know who you're rooting for out there. We'll take a look at their cars and kind of pull them up here in the booth and try and interview them. Wes Gallo right now in the P7 7th position. He's moved up 1 spot from where he started in that 07 Toyota Supra. He's right there in front of Elliott Swope, who's in the 8th place position. He is in that number 21 car on screen. Right behind him, you have Marshall Dugan, who is in P9. He's in that number 20 Ford Mustang. Back behind Marshall Dugan, this rounds out your top 10. That's Steve Mormon, the number 26 Toyota Supra. Back up to the leaders. It's still Matthew Heel out in front with Brandon Fiedler right behind him. Not too far back. The leaders still kind of staying pretty close to each other. It looks like Fiedler is only about 0.3 of a second back off the lead, and then you have Zachary Ward back there, number 5, closing in on the leaders as well. So 1, 2, and 3, 4, all really close together. Even the top 5 car, Mike Whiting, all right there in the mix. This is lap number 8 of 100 laps here tonight. Also, shout out to Kane Vandemark for being back out there racing us tonight. He's in that number 4 car. Also, Corey Goodall making some moves out on track as he moves his way up to the 15th place position. He's already moved up 6 spots from where he started at the tail end of the field. So right now, as we speak, he is the biggest mover of the race. Right behind him is Max Troen and that number 8 Toyota Supra. Let's hop back up here to the front. We got the leaders battling really hard for position. Brandon Feeler lost 2 spots, and as you can see, Zachary Ward's moved up to P2, taking over that 2nd spot, and William Carnes also up there in the mix as well. He's P3. Brandon Feeler dropped back to P4. Losing a little bit of ground earlier on this race. Not too bad, though. I should say he's only lost 1 spot from where he started, so looking pretty good so far. Marty Calvert in the number 16 goes side by side with Craig Ridge Jr., number 94, through turns 3 and 4. Right now, Marty Calvert is running in P12. Look at Philip Beaver there on the inside of Steve Mormon. They're going to go side by side through turns 3 and 4 as well. Philip Beaver's going to take that spot away from the 26. Now Marty Calvert goes back down to the bottom of the track as he goes to the inside of Steve Mormon. And he's going to try and follow his teammate of Philip Beaver right there. Oh, and contact right in front of us as we're broadcasting. Steve Mormon, a heavy hit. And it sounds like someone blew an engine. Big hit for Steve Mormon. Caution is out for the first time tonight on lap number 14. Steve Mormon has lost an engine and is going to have to tow it back to pit road. Unfortunate for those guys. They were looking really good here inside the top 10. But let's go ahead and take another look and see what happened there. Looked like Marty Calvert got to the back end of the 26 car. Let's go ahead and take another look. Not quite sure if he just, if Steve Mormon came down. We're going to go ahead and take one more look at it. We're going to do a chase cam. Bar chase cam, there we go. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and dissect this a little bit further here. But it looks like, excuse me. It looked like Marty Calvert maybe held his line. Steve Mormon got in the wall there. Yeah. Looked like Steve Mormon came down from the 16. Alrighty, bear with us for just one moment, guys. Alrighty, thank you for your patience, guys. We're still under caution for the first caution of the night. We're on lap number 16. It looks like the pace car lights are off, so we're going to get ready to go green flag racing this time by. Right now, Zachary Ward is on a mission to get to the front. He's going to be a restart second on that outside row of Matthew Heel. Starting in the third place position is William Carr in the second. Starting P5 is Greg Stone. Mike Whiting right now in sixth place position. And then starting P7th on this restart will be Wes Gallo. Philip Beaver's 8th. Kane Vandemark is 9th. Kane moving up through the field very nicely. He's up sixth place position, as well as Derek Moore in the 911 car. He's also moved up 6 spots. Eric Olson right now plus 9 in the 11th place position, doing a fantastic job in that number 64 car. So keep an eye on Eric Olson. Right now in the 13th place position, Corey Goodall. Max Troen is 14th. David Watts 15th. Mark Ward is in the 16th place position. We have Jeff Laraway 17th. Marty Calvert is back there 19th. Greg Rich Jr. is also in 18th. Brian Swope is 20th. Elliott Swope 21st. Steve Mormon right now is getting back on track in that 22nd place position. And Ted Lee looks like is off track in 23rd. Alrighty, guys, we're going to go ahead and go back to the restart here. Green flag in the air. Matthew Heel takes them to green at the start-finish line. These guys are making it crazy easy here at Texas. I never got the hang of this track. The car always wants to get real loose in turn 1 and 2. I mean, at least with the next-gen cars. These Xfinity cars seem to be handling a lot better. But right now, Matthew Heel out there making it look easy as we head to lap number 19 this time by. Wes Gallo back there looking to make the pass in the number 3 car. He's going to hold off and be patient this time into turns 3 and 4. Looking like he was about to make the pass in that 3 down the back straightaway. Philip Beaver back to the rear of the 07 car, looking to the inside this time. Waiting to make his move. He is all over the back bumper of the 07 car as he goes up to the high side. Oh, as Marshall Dugan gets a little loose there, he's going to go way up the track. He made contact with the wall and had a little bit of a bobble there in that number 20 car. A little bit off pace right now, coming from Marshall Dugan. Back up to your leaders. We're watching Matthew Heel and Zachary Ward, the number 5 cars. They battle for the lead. Zachary Ward down in the inside, looking to the inside of the 53 car. Not quite going to make the pass just yet, but he's setting up Matthew Heel, waiting to make his move. That number 5 looks really fast here tonight, putting down some really good lap times. Right now, his best lap time is a 30.13. Their lap times are really close. Matthew Heel with a 30.12 and Zachary Ward with a 30.13. These guys are putting down some blistering speed. The only one faster than them right now is Mike Whiting, who has a 30.11. That is the fastest lap of the race so far. These guys putting in some work here at the front of the field. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and ride on board this time with William and the number 81 car. Kind of curious to see if that sun going down is affecting these guys at all. There's a big glare going through 3 and 4. Doesn't seem too bad, but this is the point of view from William Carr and the 81. And as you see, Mike Whiting just got around him on the inside. Marty Calvert also making his way up through the field as well. He is now up to P3 as he makes the pass around Mike Whiting right there around the outside. Marty Calvert on a mission, putting on some fresh tires in that car, it seems like. Calvert up to P3. We're still watching Zachary Ward making his way up to first place here, trying to get around the leader of Matthew Heel. It's almost like, where did Marty Calvert come from? He just is on a rocket. Now he goes to the inside of the 5. That car is looking really fast here on lap number 27. And he goes right up to the back bumper of the 53, looking at the inside now down the backstretch. And they go side by side this time. Down to the bottom, he gets around the 53. And he's going to take over that lead here at Texas Motor Speedway. Lights are coming on track. Sun is going down. That's going to change some of the track positions here tonight. Might see a little bit less grip as the track temperature goes down. Right now we're watching Craig Bridge Jr. in the 9th place position. And that number 94 Ford Mustang. Right behind Craig is Greg Stone in the 10th place position in that number 3. Derek Moore in the 911 car. He is currently 15th. Brian Swope right behind him in 16th. Jeff Laraway in the 71 is currently 17th, as well as David Watts is 18th. Mark Ward is P19th, and Brandon Fiedler, not sure why he's at the tail end of the field, but in the 39 car, he is P20. He's lost 17 spots where he started this race. We'll keep an eye on him, see if he can turn things around. Looks like he entered pit road on lap number 27. Not sure if there was a problem there, but he's back out, and that's why he's towards the tail end of the field. Didn't see any damages on that car, so I'm not quite sure what happened there. Marty Calvert is still your leader on lap number 32. And he is pulling away from the field. As you can see, there is the gap from first to second place of Zachary Ward, and Matthew Heel now starting to fall back a little bit there to third in the 53 car. Well, so far only one caution out here tonight, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. Let us know who you're rooting for out in the comments, and we'll see if we can pull up and interview some of these guys. Let us know who your favorite driver is, or even whose paint scheme you might like, and then we'll see if we can pull them up here in the booth. It's been a little while since we've been out here on track. A little bit rusty here tonight, but Elliott Swope right now in the P4 position. He's moved up 5 spots from where he started here tonight, looking really good. Looking like he's got a fast car out there tonight. Wes Gallo right now is in P5. Looks like a couple cars make their way down pit road, including Wes Gallo, Mike Whiting on pit road, along with Zachary Ward. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I didn't mean to press that twice. Philip Beaver on pit road, as well as many others right now. Eric Olson on pit road in the 64 car. Mark Ward also making his way down pit road in the number 10 car. That is a good-looking Goodwrench paint scheme. I love that car. Alrighty, lights are now on track as the sun goes down, and that's going to change the way this racetrack races a little bit here. These cars, like I said earlier, they might have a little bit less grip, but this is, everybody looks like they came down for fresh tires. Marty Calvert's still out in the lead, though, has not come in yet. I think he took a set of tires later than everybody else during that last caution, maybe. But, man, he just went to the front like a rocket. Max Troen right now, plus 15. He's up to P4 on track. And look at all those cars making their way around him on the inside down the backstretch. That's Matthew Heel, Brandon Feeler, and William Caron. Right now, these guys trying to make their way back up here to the front. Matthew Heel on a mission to get back up there to first. He was leading so many laps here early on in the race. He's right now in the P8 position, trying to get his back up to the front. Craig Bridge Jr., though, look at that, P3 out there tonight. As Matthew Heel drops down to the inside. Elliott Swope, P2, and Marty Calvert has the lead still here on lap number 40. We're wondering when these guys are going to make their way down pit road. Jeff Laraway also up in the mix. He's right now in 6th place position. Corey Goodall is also top 5. So far, your top 6 cars still have yet to make their way down pit road. Everybody else has made their last pit stop. And I believe these guys are going to have to make one more pit stop. They should have about 25 to 30 laps to a tank of gas. So we're going to see at least one more stop before this race is over. Steve Moorman still trying to recover from where he's at. He's 2 laps down. He's currently on track in the number 26 car in a 21st place position. Unfortunate for him. We watched that replay. That was the only caution of this race so far, and he was going down the backstretch, made contact with the wall, and came down in front of the nose of Marty Calvert's car. Looks like Marshall Dugan tried to see if he was out there tonight. Looks like he's now off track as well. And there you have it. Elliott Swope making his way to pit road. He's going to put some fresh tires in that number 21 Ford Mustang. It's going to be interesting to see where everybody cycles through after all these pit stops have been done. Marty Calvert still hanging on the lead, still has yet to pit. Brian Swope goes down to the inside, trying to make the pass into 16. That's not a battle for position. The 69 car is one lap down. Max Troen in the number 8 car. Up on the high side, Kane Vannemar splits the gap, goes through the middle. Only the top 4 cars right now are on the lead lap. Matthew Heel is the first car 1 lap down in the 5th place position. That's kind of why I was saying it's going to be interesting to see where this all cycles through once everybody pits. With the top 4 cars right now on track, all still need to make their pit stop. And then once that gets cycled through, it looks like right now Matthew Heel has finally got back to the lead lap. Once this cycles through, Matthew Heel should be the leader, followed by Zachary Ward. And there is a huge gap from Matthew Heel to Zachary Ward, too. I'll see if I can show you guys that on screen. But there is the 53, who is currently in the 4th place position, and Zach Ward is all the way back here, about half a straightaway away from the 53 car. Right on board with Zachary Ward as he makes his way around the track into turn number 3 this time. These tracks look so good at night with the lights on. I love racing these cars at nighttime. Lap number 49 of 100. We're almost halfway in tonight's race. Thank you guys one more time for tuning in here with us on Winter Dad's Gaming. I was just reading Marshall, it looks like he says internet went out. That's why he's off track. Marshall, are you going to join us up here in the booth, or are you going to get back? Oh, you're back out there on track. I see you. You can keep racing if you want. I'm sorry. If you do wreck out and you want up here, just always shoot me a message and I'll get you up here. But thanks for leaving a comment, though. Marshall Dugan back out on track, unfortunately, with a little internet issue. Connection issue. He's going to bring his car down pit road right now, the number 20. Back up here towards the front, it looks like Max Troen has taken over the lead as Marty Calvert has made his way down pit road. And he is now back out on track this time in the number 16. He's going to resume from the 7th place position. And Matthew Heel, as I mentioned before, he now takes over that lead with Zachary Ward and P2. And it looks like the 94 Craig Bridge, no, he did pit. Craig Bridge did pit. Yep, he left pit road on lap number 47. We are now 52 of 100 laps tonight. Marshall says, got the internet back up and running, but I'm going to pull off the track. You're welcome to pull me up in the booth. Alrighty, sounds good. Hey, Marshall, how's it going?
What's going on, buddy? It's been a eventful night, that's for sure.
I'm sorry to hear that. I just saw your comment about your internet going out. I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm like 16 laps, 17 laps down now, but Max and a couple of guys let me know I was blinking, and sure enough, the thing just started going crazy, so I just backed off. We lost it for a couple minutes. It's like, yeah, too many laps now, down now to worry about it.
Yeah, I hear. Oh, caution is out.
Something to drink there, buddy.
Mark Ward involved. Let's take a look. So Mark Ward on the inside on the apron as he makes his way to pit road. And he stops. Let me see what happened. I'm not quite sure what happened there.
Let's see.
I don't see what happened.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch it, but it's not letting me do anything. Back out. See if it'll let me join back in.
Yeah, I don't know what that caution is for. It said Mark Ward crashed, but I didn't see anything on my end. Yeah, that was really weird, guys. We tried to review what happened with that caution. We had the second caution of the night out, and I didn't see any incidents. It was notifying us saying that Mark Ward was involved in a crash. We went to go take a look, and I didn't see anything that happened there, so that's kind of confusing. Here's another replay of the number 10. Taking one more look.
All right, there's so it was Mark Ward, right?
Yeah, I'm taking one more look at that lap where the caution came out, and so far I don't see anything. Oh, okay. He hit the wall down the backstretch, but he didn't crash though. I don't know why the caution came out. Unless it wasn't for him, unless I'm viewing the wrong guy. And SDK just gave me the wrong name.
Yeah, unfortunately, because I left the server, it won't let me rewind back far enough.
That's all good. All right. Yeah, I don't understand why they called that a caution, but it is what it is, I guess. Alrighty, lights are off the
Gonna
pace
go
car.
now, so
Getting ready to go
yep,
green
we're
flag
gonna
racing
leave.
once again.
See what we got going on.
Right now, it looks like Marty Calvert has taken over the lead once again, and that number 16 Toyota
Like
Supra.
Marty Culver,
Craig Bridge.
Matthew Hill, and Zachary Ward are top 4.
Yes, sir. Matthew Hill third, Zach Ward fourth, William
Now
Lauren
we're in
is
business.
fifth.
So far, till the internet cracks again.
Right, I hope not.
Now, sounds like I got the person Zach Ward out because he was having those kind of issues. Looks like I got him now.
Alrighty, so we're getting ready to go green flag
So we're
racing.
going green
Pace
this
car
lap.
pulls off.
Green flag.
Marty
And
Culver's gonna get a
green
good
flag
start.
in the air.
Gonna bring Matthew Hill with him. Zach Ward got stuck behind a 94.
Oh, and look at the 81. We stay green. Oh, Max Troen way up in the wall. Oh, and there's the caution.
Caution. Any comments there, bud?
Oh, caution is out.
It
That
looks like
all
it all
started with the 81, it looked like.
Yes, it all started with the 81. Yeah, the 81 got loose on the bottom. Saved it. And then it looked like Philip Beaver and Max Troen touched a little bit, and yep.
Yeah, it looked like he just got a little bit loose there on the inside, and then yeah, just got loose all by himself.
Saved it, came up, Philip Beaver, and then Max Troen, and Troen bounced south wall into, looks like Corey.
Yeah, it looked like the 8 got bumped, or
He just stacked them up, and there was just nowhere really to go.
let's see, Max Troen here. There he is. We're going to go ahead and rewind this one more time, guys. Sorry, I apologize.
To the wall. Take it easy.
Thanks.
Alrighty, yep, it looked like the 81 straightened out. They kind of stacked everybody back up there, and then we saw Max Troen kind of swerve around a couple guys that were slower down the inside that made him hit the wall, and saw him get into Corey Goodall there, and that's why the third caution of the night came out. A lot better of an explanation than that second caution. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I still trying to review that one and didn't really see much going on in that second caution.
Haven't been able to figure that out.
Yeah, that's really surprising. Unless that was just an error with SDK and it just miscalculated. I don't know.
So how are we going to restart? Looks like Marty Culvert's going to still be the leader. Heel will be second. Heel was the biggest mover on that last restart. He was able to pass 2 cars at the start.
Yeah, he was moving. He was on a rocket ship.
Zach Ward will be on the inside starting. Restart P3. Looks like Craig Bridge on the outside. Watch that 94 on this restart. He kind of, I don't know if he got a slower restart or missed a gear on the last restart. He kind of stacked up a couple of cars a little bit. The outside line was a little slower taking off. So we'll see if the same thing happens this time or not.
Yep, that number 94 up there in the mix, looking pretty fast this time, so we'll keep an eye on him and see what he does. Marty Calvert is wearing in the tires, getting ready for a good restart here. Pace car lights are off, so we're getting ready to go green flag racing this time.
Yeah, Derek Moore sitting up there at 9th right now. Moved up from 16th to 9th. It's a good run for him tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely. And right now, our biggest mover of the race is Eric Olson at a +10.
Yes,
Alrighty.
he started. So it looks like we're going green this time.
Pace cars off.
Green flag.
Green flag in the air. Marty Calvert leads them to green at the start-finish line with Matthew Heel right there on the outside.
Zach Ward on the inside, Wes Gallo on the inside, Brandon Fiedler on the inside, fast cars on the inside. Greg Bridge got a good, little better start this time. The outside. Looks like Matthew Hill's going to clear Marty Culver.
Yeah, it almost looked like they were trying to go 3 wide there with Zachary Ward down there on the bottom.
Zach Ward's got Wes Gallo right behind him. They're bringing the train on the bottom, Brandon Fiedler. In the 3 car, that looks like
Greg Stone is in the 3, yeah. And Brandon through the grass there that time.
Dean Vandermark back there looking to go 3 wide down the back straightaway. Craig Bridge tucked it in behind Greg Stone. Dean Vandermark's on the bottom of Greg Stone. Take that spot away going into 3.
Man, these restarts have been really exciting here tonight, and these guys are really putting it on the line here late in the race on lap 64.
It's a good battle up front. Good battle throughout the field, to be honest.
Yeah, look at Zachary Ward down on the inside of the 53 car through turns 1 and 2.
Looks like he's got him clear. Got him clear coming off the 4 going down the back straightaway. 2 going down the back straightaway.
And there he goes. Zachary Ward takes the lead away.
Just got informed that Derek 911 was blinking, so we're keeping an eye on that.
Okay. Yep. Number 911 is blinking. Man, look at Wes Gallo back there. He's got a fast car here tonight at Texas.
He does.
Up to 3rd place, getting around Marty Calvert. Calvert's kind of falling off here right now.
It looks like Brandon Fiedler's looking to capitalize on him also.
Yep, 39 car looking at the inside, getting around the 16. Now, I'm not sure what happened, if you knew or not, but why did the 39 car Brandon Fiedler go to the back early on in the race?
Oh man, I don't quite remember. We were talking about it, and I can't remember what had happened, why he went back there. I really don't remember that now.
He was up there in the mix in the top 5 from the beginning of the race, and then next thing I know, he was back there in 21st, and he made a pit stop all by himself. But I didn't see any damage on his car, so I'm not quite sure what happened there.
Yeah, I don't. They said something in the chat, I believe, and I don't remember hearing exactly what it was for.
The 53 retakes that lead from Zachary Ward.
Looks like the 81 of William Cameron and Greg Stone are battling. Looks like what spot is that? Position number 7 and 8? Yes. William Cameron's just passed Greg Stone. He's now looking to pass Marty Culver.
Oh, and Marty Calvert gets loose. Yeah, contact there. We stay green. He saved it.
But it looks like when Marty went to check up and slow down, it looks like William Cameron just wasn't expecting to slow down and just gave him a little nudge from the back.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me.
It was a good save by Marty, though. And that could have went bad quick.
Yeah, that could have went south real fast. That was a really good save. I for sure thought the caution was going to come out. Back up here
Meanwhile-
to the leaders, Zachary Ward and Matthew Heel going side by side once again, retaking the lead away as a 53 car.
Zach Ward might try to crossover. Is going to try to crossover. Meanwhile, while they're battling, Brandon Fiedler and Wes Gallo are licking their chops. They're enjoying this right now.
Yeah,
because
they're
able to
sitting
keep
back
the
there in that striking position, waiting to make their moves. As these guys still side by side. Now it's Zachary Ward back to the point.
on the bottom. Drag race going into 3. Pretty much did. He gone into 3.
Man, this is a great battle here. 71 laps of 100, so this race is winding down, and these guys want to be up there towards the end.
Still did lock that, side by side going into 1 with Zach Ward. It looks like Zach Ward finally clears the 53 of Heel. Heel's going to get it.
I'm really curious to know if these guys are really going at it 100% and then what the tire fall off is going to be like after they're done, because if that's true, these guys are wearing their tires out while the Wes Gallo and Brand Fiedler are waiting to make their moves.
Looks like Heel's back to the bottom, looking at the inside going into 1 of Zachary Ward. Zach is going to let him go and tuck back in behind him. Yeah, these guys are really going at it right now. They're going to burn these tires up, so it's going to be interesting here in the closing stages.
Yeah, the 39 car's not trying to save any time. He's going to try and get by the 07 this time by.
He's going to try to get by the 07, and Zach Ward looks like he's going to try to retake the lead again.
This is crazy seeing the leaders all battle each other right now. The top 2 and 3rd and 4th all going side by side.
Gallo backs off a little bit, but he gets a really fast, strong run coming down the back straightaway there. Gives Brandon Fiedler a little nudge, let him know I'm back here still. This is a great race, these top 4 cars.
Oh, absolutely.
Matthew Hill back to the inside of Zachary Ward.
Just hanging on right there at the left rear quarter panel in striking distance, and he's going to go side by side. Nope, not quite there this time as they head into turn 3.
Meanwhile, while these top 4 cars are going at it like this, they're managing to distance themselves from the car in 5th place. They're now, this lap, it might be 3.5 seconds. It's 3.2 right now. See if they can stretch it out. Looks like they're still 3.29 seconds ahead. So these top 4 cars are going to be the last of the field for the next 25, 30 laps. Zachary Ward's got a little bit of a lead now. Looks like he's got a car
Craig
length
Bridge
maybe
on pit
over
road in the 94.
Matthew Hill.
Four laps to go. And Zachary Ward up in the front. Now, do you think they can make it to the end from here, or do you think these guys are going to run out of fuel?
Yeah. I think they're going to run out because what did we go? Restarted on what, lap 61 or 62? Your pit window is between 33 and 36 laps. I don't think they're not going to make it. Going to have to at least pit. So I would say to probably take a splash and go.
Yeah, now when I hopped in there earlier, what did Zach say? 25, 30 laps of fuel?
We were looking, I think I was 35.5 on a full tank, give or take, but you're not going to make it last that many laps. So I would say about 33, 34 laps.
Mike Whiting makes his way down pit road. Looks like a couple guys are going to do it early.
You could probably short pit, take your last set of tires and the gas that gets you to the end and see if, that helps, but it's going to be interesting here towards the end.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm-
It's for sure going to get interesting to see where everybody cycles through. But man, the battle between these top 4 cars has been incredible lately.
It has. It's kind of steady right now, but don't let Matthew Hill fool you. I don't think he's giving up. I think he's just trying to keep Zach Ward in striking distance.
That 53 car, he is smart. Don't play him out of this race. He could be just setting them up and taking it easy to these last couple of laps. But
Right.
yeah, he knows how to get it done.
And you also got to stop to think now, because he's running in second. If they do have to pit, is his mindset? What is he gonna say? Okay, well, is the 5 gonna take just gas, or is the top, the 5 gonna take? Because you could probably take a set of right sides, to give you a little bit fresher rubber, depending on how many more laps you got, and hope that you can run the leader back down. I mean, it's interesting what you're going to pick here if you're in the top 4.
Oh, definitely, absolutely.
Because I wouldn't be afraid to try and gamble with just 2 tires, like taking just right sides and, hoping that the guy in front of you doesn't take any, so you got a little bit of fresh rubber. So, well, Marty Culvert's pitting.
Yep,
Looks
Brandon
like a
Fiedler as well.
So they're going to pit a little early. So, are they going to take fuel and tires, or just fuel?
Yeah, a bunch of cars down pit road. William, looks like Marty Calvert,
Yep.
Brian Swope.
Oh, and the 81 overdrove his stall, had to back up. They're taking tires.
Yeah, I mean, it would be smart too. With 17 laps to go in the race, I think would they
Yep.
have at least 10, 15, 20 laps on them already?
Yep.
That's a lot of racing left to go on a set of tires.
Yep.
Especially the way these top leaders have been racing, it's going to be interesting to see if they take tires. I'm assuming they are, but man, they better come in, get some tires, and fuel quick.
Yes. Now Matthew Hill's staying right with Zachary Ward.
Kane Vandermark right now in the 4th place position. He's moved up 11 spots from the start of this race. We also got Derek Moore, who's moved up 9 spots where he started, the 911 car. And Eric Olson right behind him in the number 64. He's moved up 12 spots. The biggest mover of the race right now, though, is Corey Goodall, who is 19 from where he started. Leaders on pit road, though. There's Wes Gallo and also Matthew Heel on
Going to
pit
come
road.
down pit road this time.
Yep, leaders on pit road. Kane Vandermark come down pit road as well. Zachary Ward make his way down pit road.
Matthew Hill is coming off of pit road now, going down the back straightaway.
And Eric Olson's going to stay out and lead a lap in that number 64 car.
Matthew Hill's in 3, middle of 3, coming off of 4 now. Getting a trial. He should pass Zachary Ward. Matthew Hill will come out ahead of Zachary Ward. Zachary Ward on the
All right,
pass
so
straightaway.
what are we looking at here? When it all cycles through, should be Zachary Ward in front with Matthew Heel in second, right?
Yes, and Matthew Hill's there. So
Oh,
the
look at
bat-
this! Look at this!
Zachary
Whoa!
Ward-
Look at the battle here! Oh man, Brian Swope totally checked up the 5 as Zachary Ward, and that's going to allow Matthew Heel to just drive on by.
Yes, and Zachary Ward got loose too, and he's touched a wall. Yeah,
Yeah, the 69 car just got in the middle and the way of the 2 leaders, and that really checked up the 5.
Yeah, Matthew Hill just told him that he just messed up the 2 leaders, you know, messed up the race.
He said that over the intercom
Yes.
or chat. Yeah, that really cost the race. I mean, that could have been the race win there for the 5 car.
It could have been. Because Zach Reward definitely touched the wall. I don't know how much damage he's got from it. But yeah, it definitely checked, you know, it could have probably taken the race from him.
Yeah, now Zach's got to chase back down the 53. And right now he is, let's take a look. He is, looks like 2 seconds back now off the leader.
Yeah, he's at least a second and a half back off a heel.
Yeah, almost 2. It seems like second and a half. Eric Olson still staying out. Waiting to see when he's going to come in for some tires or some fuel. 10 laps to go in this race.
Yeah, Eric Olson stayed out. Now it's super there.
Nine laps to go this time at the line. Elliott Swope also in P2. I think he still has yet to come down pit road. Oh man, in the 911 car, Derek Moore almost just ran over the 21 of Elliott Swope.
Yeah, that was, he almost ran him over. He caught him quick.
That Swope might be saving as much fuel as he can. 8 laps to go. I don't know if he's going to make it to the end, but he looks like he might be saving fuel.
Yeah. He looks like he's trying to, Matthew Hill took 2 tires. Eric Olson's pitting now. I think Zach Ward said he took 2 tires also. At least that's what I'm gathering from the chat, in-game chat.
It is kind of nice having you up here in the booth sometimes too, because like I don't have the chat turned on, so if you hear that stuff and you can relay it, that's kind of cool. It's very helpful.
Yeah, I try to turn it down a little bit so I can interact with you and hear, you know, the broadcast. And then I also try to keep it up just loud enough to hear them talking. So, like you said, if something goes on, I can interact. So Elliott Swope is still out there. He's in Tony Stewart mode right now. He's trying to save as much fuel as he can. Tony was good at conserving fuel like that.
Yeah,
the leaders are. Matthew Hill's closing the gap. It's 5.3 now. Zach Ward 6.4. Looks like Zach Ward is a second back now. Hill.
Yeah, he's gaining in on him. I've been keeping an eye on the 2 leaders, and are actually second and third right now as Elliott Swope rather. He is the leader right now. I've been watching them, and he's gaining on him. I just don't know if he's got enough time with 5 laps to go though to catch him.
No, there's not enough time. He needs a caution.
He's now under 1 second back off of the 53 car.
But here's the question. Does Elliott Swope have enough fuel? And if he does, are they going to catch him?
I don't think he's got enough fuel. They've got 4 laps to go. I don't know when the last time he pitted was, but 4 laps is still a lot of laps on this tank of gas. I don't know. I think he's going to have to pit here very shortly.
Yeah, he's going to have to. If not, he's going to run her out of gas. They're coming. So we're down to 3 laps to go now, and they're there. I mean, Matthew Hill's a second and a half back, and Elliott Swope is really trying to save fuel. He's down to took it down to 135 mile an hour there in turn 1.
I'm trying to find when he pitted for fuel last.
Here comes Matthew Hill now. He's coming by.
Oh yeah. He's gonna fly by for the lead here.
Yep. He's bringing Zach Ward with him. Oh man, Zach Ward is almost there. It's what, a half a second, maybe a little more than a half a second. He just doesn't have the time. And that's where that contact with the wall and that 69 came in play. That could have cost them the race.
Exactly.
Oh, we got a wreck up there in the top of turn, in the tribal, turn 1. Why is there no caution for that? I guess it's because it's a white flag?
Oh yeah, that's Mark Ward.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Ward involved. Was it by himself?
Yeah, yep, and
That's
oh
really
man,
strange.
Zach
He
Ward
almost
beat-
caught him. Yeah, we're gonna have to replay that because I was trying to figure out why the caution didn't come out. But let's go ahead and take one more look at this.
We got to go back for that last lap because Zach Ward got a big run on him.
Alrighty, we're watching it right now. This is coming to the white flag. Zachary Ward in second place in the number 5 car as he chases down the leader of Matthew Heel. And let's take a look here as these guys battle it out. So
Yeah,
Elliott
'cause it was a
Swope,
half a second. Yeah.
looked like Elliott Swope got away just a little bit, but not too much. But look at the 5 car making his way up to the 3.
Wow. Wow.
Okay,
Zach
yeah.
Ward was really fast on the bottom of 3 and 4. That and he went up high. He up so much speed and ground on the bottom of 3 and 4.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand how he got that close to him in the closing laps. He was just flying up to him. And man, that 5 car was a rocket ship here tonight. This is the white flag lap we're watching now, guys. Sorry about the camera glitches. But this is how close it was. This is the last lap checkered flag in the air right now, and 53 car gets the win here in Texas. That was close.
That was like
really impressive how the 5 car got back up there. Alrighty, let's go ahead and congratulate our winner here, Matthew Heel, and talk with him. Hey Matt, it's David Marshall at the booth. You got us?
Hey, how's it going, fellas? Good to hear from you.
Hey, congratulations on the win. We had to go back because, man, that last 2 laps, we're trying to figure out why there wasn't a caution with Mark Ward up there in the wall. But, man, congratulations on the win. Go ahead and walk us through tonight's race.
Thank you. This Chef Colin Maybe Mobile, number 53, was on rails tonight. We put it on the pole by over a tenth, and we were really, really fast on those short runs. However, that 5 car, Zachary Ward, was just eating me up on the long runs. I feel bad, he wasn't able to battle with me there late. Got into it with a lap car there with about 15 to go. But it was a lot of fun, a lot of respect racing him, and I was really hoping we were going to be able to race it out. But that's just how it goes. I've been on the bad end of those deals sometimes, and today...
The top 4 cars, you and Zachary Ward, and then the other 2 cars of Brand Fiedler and Wes Gallo. You guys were hanging in there all together and having some really good racing.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun. That's some of the most racing I've ever had just in general, not even talking about this league. I mean, it was just so fun. Everybody was, racing respectfully. I've been a little grumpy lately because I've been racing a couple leagues, and I'll be racing respectfully, and the only way they can pass me is just drive it into my door. So it's really nice to jump in a league where everybody's racing super respectfully and just able to pass and just kind of slingshot each other. So tonight was a lot of fun. Like I said, I hated for Zachary Ward. I wish we could have battled it out there at the end. I know he caught me. Like, he was coming there. I think if the race was 5 more laps, he might have had me. He was just so good at tire management on the long runs, just something that I couldn't figure out in 1 and 2. So props to him, and I think there'll be plenty of wins in front of him in his future.
Definitely, yeah, man. Congratulations on the win. Impressive race. Man, you were on a rocket ship yourself. But yeah, Marshall, you got anything you want to add to?
Were you guys? Yeah. So were you guys going as hard as you could on those restarts when you and Zach Ward back and forth, or were you guys kind of just holding your own stuff and just wait until the end to give it your all?
I think both of us were going about 100%. I know I just about was. I always say a race car is like dancing and you got to dance with your partner. And we both were able to drive and make clean moves without holding each other up. So there really wasn't a reason for us to race more aggressively, as we could just kind of, slingshot around each other and continue our momentum. And he was just so fun to drive around that our momentum just propelled us, and that's why third and fourth and the rest of the pack really couldn't catch us.
Yeah, that was yeah, we were watching you guys all race
Oh, that
along,
was a
and
lot of fun, and hopefully the broadcast enjoyed that as well.
I hope so, man. I mean, the beginning of the race, it was kind of spread out, and I wasn't sure what kind of race we were going to be getting. But as the race halfway point, man, this race came alive, and it really changed. And I thought maybe with the track temps going down, maybe it got racy. But man, I'm sure happy it turned into a good race.
Yes, sir. Yeah, as soon as those lights came on, I saw the 5 getting bigger and bigger in my rearview mirror, and I knew I had a problem.
Oh, absolutely. I'd be afraid of that 5 car too. But anyways, hey Matt, thanks for talking with us. Congrats on the win, and hope you have a good weekend, man. We will talk to you soon.
Thank you as well. Thank you for having me, and thank you for putting this on. And hopefully, I'll see you guys around.
All right, take it easy.
Yes, sir.
All righty, that was Matthew Heel, tonight's winner of the race here at Texas Motor Speedway. Let's go ahead and pull up Zachary Ward on P number 2.
Up all the
Hey,
fans.
hey Zach, it's David, Marshall of the booth. Congrats, runner-up finisher here tonight. Man, we had to go back and watch the ending there because we were trying to figure out why the caution didn't come out for your dad. I still don't know what happened there. I have to go back and watch that. But man, runner-up finisher tonight. We watched you battle it out with Matthew Heel, and man, it was so close. How did you get
Yeah.
so much speed on that final lap to catch him in that on right there to check the start-finish line? I'm
How-
sorry.
He was saying that he felt bad because I mean there was nobody's fault. Brian, when we both came out of the pits, Brian was kind of in the middle. He didn't know where he wanted to go to be out of our way. He wasn't trying to block, obviously, but so that kind of checked me up. I got in the wall, so I don't know if on the last lap he ran like the third lane trying to give me a chance to get back to him, but I don't know. I sent it in there as hard as I could in 3, and I was like, wait, is he gonna give me a chance to get there? But nah, it was a lot of fun. That was some of the best racing I've ever had on iRacing. Just it was crossover city.
Yeah, we spoke a lot to Matthew Heel about that whole situation you just described about Elliot's, or I'm sorry, it was Brian Swope in the 69, and man, yeah, it seemed like what could have been your way and your win here tonight if he didn't get in your way, but man, totally messing up the leader's race in there. It was crazy.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, but I felt like I was the best car on the long run. I felt like I could kind of get away from him, and then just once I got the lead to like a half a second, I could kind of manage from there. So I knew if I was able to get out of pit road in front of him, I knew I could probably hold him off. But I mean, just wasn't meant to be. Got some good tracks coming up though, so hopefully I'll get back to victory lane here soon.
Oh, definitely, I'm sure. I know how excited you are at these 1.5 mile tracks, and man, yeah, your car was really fast here tonight, and what an impressive run, especially in that second half, man. We were talking about how you guys were racing, you, Brand Feeler, Wes Gallo, and Matthew Heel, all the top 4 cars, man, going back and forth. It was nuts, and even you with Matthew Heel going back and forth with the lead there in those couple laps. It was really cool to watch.
Yeah, I definitely can't wait to watch that back. So I was actually pretty surprised. I mean, Texas is mostly like really only a groove and a half, like 5 straight second place finishes. So
Oh, man, yeah, that what could have gone your way exactly.
yep. So I'm
But
knocking on the door. If I keep doing that, I know I'll get back.
alrighty, man. Yeah, another win's coming your way shortly. You've been definitely really fast here in these last couple races, and congratulations on runner-up finisher. And I know you want to go have the win, but man, talk about a good race though from you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
Alright, Zach.
You
Thanks
too,
for
buddy.
putting these on, and have a good night. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, you too.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and find P3 Brandon Feeler. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull him up.
Looks like he's team 2, yeah.
Hey, Brandon, it's David and Marshall in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Man, what an exciting race. I thought the beginning half of this race was a little bit dry, but man, that second half really came alive, and you guys were all really racy inside the top 5 there towards the second half of the race.
Yeah, that dry part of the race was actually the bad part of the race for me. I broke the steering, so I had to come in on lap, I think it was like 26 or 27.
See, I was going to ask that.
Yeah, I broke the steering on coming off of 4. Well, I guess that's the time to pit. And I luckily got a break with that first caution there, where I was able to get back on sync with everybody on up front in terms of pit stops. So, and during that run, I was able to figure out a thing or two, and actually was able to kind of just be a little bit quicker and able to save the tires a little bit more while still being quick. So. I'm actually pretty happy with coming out of here with a 3rd place finish.
Yeah, I was meaning to ask you what happened early on in the race, because we saw you up there in the top 5 at the beginning, and then all of a sudden I saw you pitting, and you were back there around the 21st place position, and I was curious. I didn't see what happened.
Yeah, I think I had an issue just trying to figure out how to get into turn 1. Basically the entire first half of the race, and I think I just ran my tires off, and then I was trying to push coming off of 4. And the car just went straight into the wall, and I broke the steering. So I was like, all right, yep, time to come in. So, but luckily, like I said, everything kind of played out or fell my way after that. So can't really complain. Had a really fun time battling with Wes and Matthew and Zach before the green flag pit stops there. But yeah, definitely take a 3rd place finish tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you rebounded really nicely after that early incident, but man, talk about halfway through this race, and it just seemed like the battles and everything it really came alive, and it was a really good race to watch. But yeah, the first half, I thought maybe this was going to be just the Matthew Heel show, and it actually went out really well, and we saw Zachary Ward and him go back and forth for several laps back to back, and it was a really good one. And watching you battle with Wes as well. The 2 of you guys were having a great race, and man, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. It was, like I said, once I got going in the second half, I was actually able to enjoy myself a little bit more. So yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Alrighty, man. Well, thank you. And Marshall, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, he pretty much covered it all. I was going to ask the same question you're going to ask about why I dropped back, but you already answered that for us, so.
Yeah. I'm going to give a quick shout out to my sister and brother-in-law. Today is their 4-year anniversary of getting married. So happy anniversary to my sister and brother-in-law. And then I just wanted to say hi and thank you for watching to everyone from my family who's watching tonight. Hopefully we put on a good show for everyone who's in the audience tonight, and hopefully we can put on a good one next week when we go to Kansas.
Awesome. Well, yeah, good. Thanks for the shout-outs, and congratulations, man. P3 tonight. You got to be pretty happy about that, and thanks for tuning in, and everybody. And Brandon, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, man. And thank you for broadcasting these, man.
Yeah, no problem. Good to be back. I know a little bit rusty this week after a several-week break. And I was off last week, and then I think, was it the week before we were on break, or?
Something like that. Well, the week before the break was Bristol, so it was kind of like taking a week off.
Yeah, it almost seemed like I was off for 3 weeks, but yeah. But nonetheless, yeah, a little rusty, but yeah, good to be back at it, and good to be back up here in the booth as well. So, thanks, Brandon. We'll talk to you soon. I hope you have a good weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and let's see. Wes Gallo, P4 tonight. Hey, Wes, it's David and Marshall in the booth. You got us?
I sure do. How goes it, my friends?
Not too bad. Good to have you up here, and congratulations on another top 5. How did the race go? I know that we just answered a lot of questions with Brandon, but you guys had a really good battle there towards the end. And, man, you looked like you had a really fast car, looking like you could win this race here.
I don't think at any point that I really was going to be in contention for a win. I was telling Brandon kind of the post-race debrief that I feel like I got as much out of that race as I could have. one of those ones where the green flag dropped. I didn't feel like I was at my best, and then by the time everything kind of cycled out, in strategy and whatnot, I was ready to go.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, at the beginning half of the race, I was saying how like it didn't seem like the cars were real racy, and they just didn't seem like they were passing very well, unless everybody was just taking it easy. But at that halfway mark is when the race really came alive, and the battles on the restarts were just incredible, and we had a lot of fun watching you guys battle it out. Especially the one where it was you guys up in the top 4, side by side for position. That was a lot of fun to watch.
I'm not sure if people were feeling out the track or with the sun going down, we just got more grip and it got more racy. But man, the restarts were wild. There was the one where the 81 spun in front of me and I barely missed him, and then the next one it was fun watching those guys battle back and forth, the 53 and the 5. They were swapping positions consistently, and I was joking with Brandon during it. It's kind of hard to focus while also still being a fan. It's yeah, it was interesting, but I don't think at any point I had anything for him.
Oh, that's true. And yeah, I said that wrong, and during the race, I was saying how the lights were coming on and the track temps were going down, and you guys were actually getting more grip out there as the lights were coming on, right? As the sun was going down.
Definitely, yeah. I think it was just after the second to last yellow, I set my fastest lap of the race. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, I definitely said that backwards during the broadcast, but it's all good.
Yeah, lap 65, I set my fastest lap. Brandon's was 85. And yeah, so mostly everyone were setting faster laps later in the race. It definitely picked up speed for a lot of people.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations on P4. And, man, we were really rooting for you, too. And you looked like you had a fast car. Marshall, do you have anything you want to add?
Unfortunately, no. I'm glad to see a good race out of you guys tonight. It made me happy to be up in the booth with David. Seeing, Wes and Brandon, those guys running pretty hard up front tonight, it made me pretty happy. So,
Big Marshall, you got some speed. We just got to get you a nice clean race, and you got a comfortable top 5 in you here. I can feel it.
Yeah, I do. Tonight was just not my night. I had that rehearsal, and then that was cut a little short due to some issues, and then internet dropped out tonight. So.
Oh yes, forgot about that.
So it's all good. I mean, I enjoyed racing with you guys up front. For the first 35 laps, I got a chance, but it's coming. I mean, it's not coming into next gen cars for the next couple of races, but we got Nashville, coming up in the trucks, and Michigan in the Xfinity. So
I'm really looking forward to this string of tracks here. We got 3 in the next gen, which is easily my favorite car. I had a couple of my favorite. Couple fun events with Scheme Wise and Nashville. Yeah, no, we got a couple good races coming up here. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'll get up there with you eventually, Wes.
All righty. Hey, Wes, thanks for talking with us here tonight. Congrats on top 5, and hope you have a good weekend. We'll talk to you next Thursday night.
Thank you. We'll catch you next time. Thanks for broadcasting. You're great at what you do.
Yeah, no problem. Good to be back, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, it looks like Mike Whiting took off, who finished P5 here tonight. Should we pull up Marty Calvert?
Yeah, why not? Looks like he's still in there, right?
Alright, we'll pull
he's still in there. Why not?
Hey, Marty, it's David Marshall in the booth. You got us?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, man, I know you didn't have the top 5. Mike Whiting skipped out. We're going to go ahead and pull you up and interview you. How'd your race go here tonight?
It was a wild ride. Didn't quite get the result that I wanted, but I can't complain too much about a P6 given everything that happened. So I wish I could have seen some of the battles up front that everybody was talking about. It was at the very start of this race, we realized that Philip and I had been practicing on a different setup because there's a setup for the Legacy Texas and then there's a setup for the new Texas. So we had been practicing on the other setup, which is a good bit tighter. And I guess in the long run that helped us because I felt like my long run speed was great. Just the way the race got mixed up there strategy-wise with my early accident did really put me in a spot to take advantage of it.
Yeah, that's interesting you say that about the setups because I've been in that situation before where I went and did the wrong one and completely blew it and just didn't practice it. Yeah, that definitely affects you, especially the legacy one here in Texas because the track has definitely been repaved, I think, and changed since then.
Yeah. I think we figured up. I had 2.5 accidents tonight. I wasn't counting Wes's little brush with me there going into turn 1, but he counted it as a half. So again, P6 after all the adversity, I'll take it. Congrats to Matt and Zach and Brandon running up there in the front. They're fast guys. They deserve the win, or Matthew deserves the win, and any one of those guys can win any week. I mean, it's just depending on your luck and your execution. So.
Yeah, now walk us through early on in the race. We saw you come up through the field and take over the lead, and you stayed out for quite a while. Did you have fresh tires on at that point? Did you come down pit road shortly after that first caution or second? I think it was the first caution. And
yeah.
Is that how you were able
to
get through the field?
For sure. So, then in the first run there, I was, kind of coming up through the field and going into turn 3. I was side by side with Steve Mormon, and I wasn't giving him a ton of room to breathe. To be honest, I was trying to side draft him a little bit, and he got sucked up into the wall just a tiny bit and bounced off and got into me. So I got sideways and got some pretty rough damage out of that one. So I came in, had to pit, use the fast repair during that first caution. And that put me on about 10 lap newer tires than the field. And you could really see the difference because I got up there and just took off in no time. But then as the race progressed, it flip-flopped on me. And so there was 2 restarts there where I was in the lead. But I was then 10 laps older tires. So I felt like at first I wasn't bleeding too bad. I kind of settled into about 6th or 7th and was doing all right. And then I think that me and the 81 got together a little bit, and I went through a slide in turn 1 and 2, and I was able to hang on to it, but I lost so much time there, and I just wasn't able to make it back over the course of the whole race.
Oh, gotcha. That all makes sense then. Yeah, because I was wondering for a minute. I was like, man, he just came up through the field like it was nobody's business, and then I realized, yeah, you did have to use that fast repair, and you were able to make your way back up to the front. But yeah, then I thought maybe, okay, you're onto something here. Maybe that would have played out in your favor because I thought the strategy towards the end of the race it would have worked out. But then with those other cautions we had, I just kind of I think threw that out the window.
Yeah, I think the 2 ways that it would have worked out for me is if we went green all the way, then it would have flipped back in my favor on the last stint. Or I was really hoping there, with about 30 laps to go, that we'd get another caution so we could all come in and get our last set of tires and bunch back up. And I think I might have been able to pull something off there, but green flag racing is so much fun. It really kind of lets you see how you're doing on the long run. And that's some of my favorite. That's one of my favorite challenges. How can you be one of the fastest guys when your tires are barely hanging on? So.
Yeah, exactly. I know what you mean there, but yeah, I mean, you still put on a heck of a race. I know the finishing position doesn't really show, but man, you definitely had a rocket ship in that number 16, like always tonight here at Texas.
Thank you. Looking forward to the next couple ones coming up. I like Kansas. I've run it a lot in the trucks. I've run some next gen races, but not with a full field at Kansas. So I'm really looking forward to that one.
I've always enjoyed Kansas for the one reason is that track you can race it different than anywhere else, even though it's a mile and a half. Something about the banking there, you can get up right up close to the wall there at 3 and 4. I think I ran a little bit different line through 1 and 2, but man, that track you can carry a lot of momentum and speed through it, and just I don't know, it just suits my driving style better than the other ones. Texas, I for some reason can never figure out, but yeah, Kansas though, that's always a fun track of mine. I love going there.
Yeah, for sure. And it also, it kind of rewards watching out for your stuff too. It's a little faster, and you can drive it a little bit hard and lose some speed towards the end of the run. But like you said, you do have the different lines you can run. So you move it up a little bit, and it tends to stick a little better as the run goes.
Alrighty, Marty. Hey, thanks for talking with us. Congratulations on P6 here tonight. Another top 10 and good probably points day for you moving forward as well. I think where are the standings at? I think you're in the top 2 or top 3 right now.
Yep, somewhere right up in there.
You guys are leading
Just
the
try-
team points, and I think see if I can pull this up. I had it up at one point. I don't know where my window went, but
Yeah, I don't know if Zach's updated it for tonight, but as of last week, it looks like I was still in P1.
yep, definitely still in P1 over Brandon Feeler, it looks like. But yeah, hey, congratulations though, and so far so good this year. You're doing great. And Marshall, is there anything you want to add before we head out?
Yeah, I just want to say you rebounded good tonight, man. I was out there early on in the racing with you guys, and I saw that you got caught up in that wreck early on. But I tell you what, you rebounded good. You had a fast car when I was out there running with you, but a good sixth place finish after what you went through tonight. That's a good finish for you.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you guys for pulling me in here at the end. I appreciate the chance to talk a little bit.
No worries, Marty. Hey, thanks for talking with us, and hope you have a good weekend. Appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next Thursday.
All right, see ya. Y'all have a good one.
All right, take it easy. All righty, Marshall, that's going to do it for us tonight. Hey, thanks for joining us in the booth. I'm sorry your race ended early, but I always appreciate you helping me out here in the booth, and always makes the broadcast way better when you're up in here. So thank you very much.
Sir, not a problem. Thank you for bringing me up here tonight. I wish I could have stayed out there and been a part of the race, but you know what? I had a good race last week at Dega. I finished 6th in the trucks at Dega, and I almost pushed Zach Ward to the win. It was close. We almost had it, but it's all right. We'll get everything straight, and I'll be back up there, and we'll get it all figured out in the upcoming weeks, and I'll give you all something to watch.
Awesome. Sounds good. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good night, and thanks for helping me with the broadcast. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Not a problem. Thank you. Have a good weekend.
All righty, Marshall. You too. We'll talk to you soon. Hopefully, see you next Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, guys, that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all for tuning in here, and definitely a little bit rusty, but congratulations on Matthew Heel for winning here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. There is your results on screen. P2 was Zachary Ward. Brandon Feeler was P3. Wes Gallo came home P4. Mike Whiting P5. Marty Calvert was P6. William Carn is 7th. Greg Stone finished 8th. Kane Vandemark, the number 4 car, finishes 9th. Max Troen finishes P10. Philip Beaver finishes 11th. Corey Goodall comes home P12. Craig Bridge Jr. finishes 13th. Derek Moore in the 911 finishes 14th. Elliott Swope finishes 15th. Eric Olson 16th. Jeff Laraway comes home P17 in the 71 car. David Watts finishes 18th. And then you have, looks like, Brian Swope, 19th. Steve Mormon was 20th. Unfortunate for Steve Mormon. Had that early race incident. Wasn't able to rebound from that throughout the rest of this race here tonight. Mark Ward was 21st. Marshall Dugan, who we just spoke to moments ago, 22nd. And Ted Lee finishes 23rd. That is it for tonight's race. Your biggest mover of the race looks like it was actually a tie. Tie between Max Troen and Corey Goodall. They both had +9. Which is kind of weird. I don't know how that's possible, but maybe at this point in the race. Oh, so it looks like Max Troen, I'm sorry, is the biggest mover of the race. Came home top 10. So thank you guys for watching here tonight. Don't forget, you can always leave a comment during these live broadcasts, and we'll get to you when we can. And I'll try and interview your favorite driver and show them off a little bit, but just let us know who you're rooting for and who you're expecting, or just who you want to see on track at that time. So thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next Thursday. Have a good night, and